Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to a new day of LSD the Dream Emulator. It is day 277. So, I spent the greater half of the daytime, just got back from driving around halfway across the city. I got like an hour and then I gotta go to work. That's a head. It is. It's an upside down head. Alright. Did we ever figure out what this is? This? No. What do you think it is? Clitoris? There's no way it could actually be a clitoris. Nah, it's not. Completely possible. Oh my god! Wait. Wait. Upside down. Is it not a tongue coming? No, that actually looks like a real chody penis. Yeah. What about this way? Never bothered to try to look at like different directions. I don't really. Yes, it's a mouth, and yes, it's a tongue. Oh my god, I can see it now. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, so we're looking all the right direction. We got upper lips, above the big purple thing, and lower lip below the big purple thing, and then the big purple thing is its tongue, and then on the right side, it's licking something? Oh. Okay, now that I can see it, I can never unsee it. Jesus Christ, this fucking... What's this all about? That one? Well... That's interesting because these things are lined up this way, which is not north to south. You'd think they would be lined up north to south. Also, what is that? Is that a butt? Is that a butt with a black shoestring? What about the one above it? Dude, there are so many. Dude, I did not realize it was this bad. Holy shit. Whatever that picture is above there, that looks ridiculously sexual. That's the idea, but I mean, hell, man, jeez. Holy shit. What are you gonna, I'm gonna talk to the old lady. Show me she's here. Oh no, she's over here. She's not. Wait, what is that picture? What is what? Oh. Oh, god, I thought it was a penis going over vagina. No, it's just, what is it? Wait a minute, what is it? Actually, hang on, what is it? It's a... I don't know. What the fuck is that? I wish I could like turn my head sideways easily to do what I did with the floor one. Because I feel like, yeah, maybe it's sideways like these are. Because these are sideways too. You're right, and then if you look at these go this way. Which, if I'm looking here, is sideways. So everything's sideways, perhaps. Oh, there's a woman. Oh, see, that's clearly a woman. The picture we saw before didn't really look like. So if we look at this, pretending that, like, these pictures, how these pictures are tilted on a, come on, you can do it, 90-degree angle to the left. So if this is... Can't turn my head like that, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. You know what I reckon? See how there's like, see how the very bottom of the picture is like little pixelated? Oh yeah. You think that could be a thing? I don't know what I'm looking at. I really, oh. It kind of looks like it's eyes, like they kind of look like eyebrows at the top there, and the bottom little thing kind of looks like lips, but it's not much of a picture if that's what it is. And like the picture on the floor here turned out to be a lot more than I thought it was. Now what about this picture? This one? Fuck knows. It's all pixelated, so it's probably like pure pornography. Now these ones are upside down, which is interesting. And the eyes are blurred out. Yeah, they are. This is so fucking So these ones don't look like anything because the picture is actually cut off. Yeah, right. Okay, what else we got? These bridges might have some kind of texture on them. Really getting into this, ain't you? Yeah, sure. There's the eyes. Yeah, we know about the eyes. I wonder what those are. I'd really love to. I wonder if I could take using like my video editing software. If I could take the video, just like flip it outside like you can with pictures. But these girls are they're just regular girls. What's on their little logo? I'm not sure. Are there any other textures in Kyoto that would be interesting? You got the fists, yeah, sure. You got a woman's face up there. Oh, what about the water? The water? I mean, seriously, the water. Get too close now. No, it doesn't look like anything. No, it doesn't, does it? Okay, that's not. What is that? What is that doing there? Happy damn picture for no reason. It's like a weird toast man. And there's a girl again. Okay. Surrounded by fists. A pure fantasy. Speaking of fantasies. Oh god, look at this. Oh, it's a lucha mask. I think we've seen it before, but yeah. That kind of reminds me of a long time ago. Long time ago. I can still remember when I used to live in Australia. And I had an old Nokia 8110. It was the phone that had... What is that? What is that? What's that? Oh, sure. Oh, there's the ball. But he's not doing anything in particular. And anyone, I think it was, I forget what the name of it is. I've tried Google searching for it because I was interested about the ringtone, which I think I've played to at least Elftastic before. It was a small Nokia phone, little candy bar phone, and it had it was black and white, but it had a blue light up screen. And I freaking love that phone so much. Battery lasts freaking forever. I used that for like the longest time. Until I finally, pretty much until I came to Japan, I had a shitty little kid phone that really sucks. Then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to use my my smartphone, which is a Samsung Galaxy S2, which until that point I'd only ever used as like a little mini tablet at home, essentially. But I was using the phone for work, so I thought, you know what, I might as well just, can I go inside here somewhere? Can you? I might as well just use the phone as a phone. Rather than having my phone and then having this, oh jeez. Okay. Anyway, yes, oh god, you can totally see that tongue. It doesn't look like anything from this angle, though. You can kind of still see it. Or you turn it this way. Oh, yeah, there's the tongue. What about the other direction? Maybe it's the other direction. But that kind of looks weird. Yeah, it kind of makes more sense that the bit that sticks out more is the bottom lip. Anyway, yes, anyway. Well, what is that, I'll have a look. There's teeth on the ground, though. No, but what I want to know is what this is. Anywho, yes, what was the thing? Talk about the phone. Yes, I had a phone. And you talk about Samsung Galaxy. Yeah, this is fun. So I had a Nokia, whatever it was, right? And obviously it didn't have special ringtones apart from my awesome ringtone that came in the phone. Didn't have like backgrounds or anything, you know. It didn't have anything. It was just a basic phone with no camera. It was just a fucking phone, right? And I was fine with that. Oh, what is this? What's on the bell there? Is that a weird face? It's not really sexual. It's not. Hey, I think the fence is something. Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's a woman's face. I'm not sure, I can't really tell. That face on the bell is creepy. No, it's the girl's face. It is the girl's face from like we saw before, but it's a different color. And it seems kind of warped a little bit. Is that what? No. What is that? Is that the blue? Oh god, this is a dream. Is that the blue thing from? Yeah, it could be. Who knows? What a dream, man. What a dream. What a story, Mark. Anyway, you didn't even finish the story. No, I didn't. The point is that I remember I was with my girlfriend at the time. She took me to like a phone shop, which I care so little about. Oh, I haven't stopped that. I care so little about phone shit that, you know, why would I bother? Let's have a game, yeah, let's do that before I forget what I'm doing. Mute the TV, I guess. That matters. And I forget she was buying something, and I bought a little, basically it's a little screen protector. But it's actually not just a screen protector, it's got a hologram on it. And it was a hologram of a naked Asian girl. Or woman. And yeah, like, I always put my phone into like this ridiculously ugly leather case, like leather sleeve for it that had a plastic, like vinyl, cover on the front of it. It wasn't, yeah, it was really not stylish. But it protected the shit out of it. But as long as that case was on it, you could never see the actual hologram unless you really, really tried. You take that off and you can see an naked girl on my phone. I had that on there for the longest time. The memories. Anyway, it's time to talk about dreams. I had a dream last night. I had a bangover dream last night, so we're going to talk about that shit. What time is it? Oh god, I got my fucking time. Oh, wait, when do I have to... Yeah, I got like an hour. Jesus. Alright. I'll do this and then I'll watch YouTube for a while, I guess. Watch I was gonna say Thor Ragnarok, but I watch Avengers again. I've watched that movie so many times. I watched it with English audio and Japanese subtitles, and I watched it because that was with the waifu. Then I watched it with English audio and English subtitles. Then I watched it with the director's commentary. And then last night I got halfway through watching it with Japanese voices. Oh man, it's great. Groot says, instead of, you know, I am Groot, he goes, what am I, Groot? It's got a funny voice. But Tony Stark's got a stupid goofy voice too. It's really, you can really tell that they, it would not be very, like if I was Japanese and I was watching it, I would want to watch it with, you know, English audio rather than watching it with Japanese audio. Okay, so it's got ice cream. Oh, yes. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, you're watching it with Japanese voices. And I got the feeling that, you know how, like, you get your anime fans and they're like, you know, subs for life, yo. Because, quite frankly, in most cases, the dub is not as good as the sub. Although, dubs have gotten pretty good recently, I would have to say. But you go the other way around, and it's really not good. No, all of their performances were really... It really felt like they were just fucking reading off of a fucking piece of paper, which is probably what they were doing. Like, there was no emotion. There was a little bit, but almost no emotion in their words. No real, like you get Thanos. I can't spoil the movie, but shit. I can't spoil the movie. But okay, a person like shit. I gotta think about this. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is that there are moments where people should be like, should have a lot of, you know, emotion in their voice, and the English version certainly does have that. Like, the real actors certainly put a lot of emotion, screaming, crying, whatever the fuck. Even if it's very subtle, even if it's like a subtle, like, melancholy or like depression or whatever. But the Japanese people are just like, no, 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 no. That's it. For like every single character. It's kind of annoying. It's a disappointment because Thanos kind of sounded like Snake, but then I realized that it wasn't Snake. Like, man, if Thanos was the voice of Snake, that would have been awesome. You know what? I kind of want to talk about my dream tomorrow because I want to eat this ice cream. No, I talk about it. Alright. Oh god, I gotta mute myself. I can't hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh no, don't play a... Wait, what did you just do? Oh, it's playing a video. Alright, well I'm almost finished with this ice cream anyway. So I'll eat that and we'll talk about a dream. Watch some flashbacks of that. While I avoid getting a brain freeze. Good shit, ice cream sandwiches. I feel sad that I never knew the joy of ice cream sandwiches until I came to Japan. Because it's just not a thing in Australia. Is this really an ice cream sandwich? I don't know. It's essentially an ice cream, like the material they use to make ice cream cones. But it's sort of in a 3x4 grid waffle iron design around a somewhat large block of ice cream. Ugh, that's a creepy face. Oh, keep using the PlayStation 4 controller because it's right next to me. Anyway, let's go back to the dream. Alright. So dream. I'm at like a seaside area, like a beachy kind of area. Yeah, near the sea. Anyway, there's a big hotel / resort, and there's a whole lot of like beach houses in the area. It might be flooding at the moment, but I'm not quite sure. Could be a disaster going on or a tidal wave. I don't know. Anyway, it's my job to show a Japanese family around what is possibly a tourist spot, like an old building or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh wow, I just lost my flashback. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm walking with them, showing them around, and I'm using like English and a little bit of broken Japanese to communicate with them. We need to cross. Okay, it's really hard to explain. Imagine where we're standing now. In front of us, there's a very wide channel of water, like fast flowing water, flowing across. And on the other side, there's a ledge, and then like a pier ledge, and then it goes into another building that's all opened up, and that's where we need to go. Now between us and the other side, there are these little platforms that are like, not unlike the platforms of beach volleyball, but bigger and squarish, but like bobbing kind of platforms. And they sort of move. You get on it and it kind of like moves itself to the other side, much like a video game. So I get on one, I hop on one, but then the guy, the dad I guess, like pushes it with his foot before jumping on. I'm like, whoa, don't do that, you're gonna fucking kill us. Nearly throws me into the river, and I'm trying to politely but also firmly explain to him in English and bad Japanese that it moves automatically. You have to be careful, because if you fall in this water, it would be bad, because you'd probably get swept away. So let's try to be careful about this, okay? Anyway, I hope everyone got across. But thanks to them ignoring my warnings and being reckless, I've ended up falling in the water. Probably because I think what it was they all got off. So there's three of them. There's mother, father, and a kid. And they're standing on the ledge right next to where the platform, like, rubs up against the side of the river. Or whatever it is. It's not really a river, but whatever. And they're in the way, so I can't get off. So I'm like, guys, can you move, please? So like, I guess I try to jump like off to like diagonally off to the side of them, and because they're fucking blocking my path, I miss the jump and I fall into the river. I'm like, oh great. So I'm thinking, okay, right now I gotta grab onto something quick, otherwise I get swept away. However, I'm in the middle of the river and there's nothing to grab onto. So I need to swim to like one of the edges, which would be a problem normally if I was wearing like regular clothes. But today I'm wearing like a jumper or hoodie. Like it's like a long sleeve. It's not very heavy, but it kind of weighs me down, and it weighs down my arms, and it kind of weighs down my body. So I can't like get swimming. I can't swim against the current. So I end up getting swept away. Great. And I think I'm going out into the ocean, but I don't. I flow down and then off to the left, down to what looks like just a regular street, like a suburban street, but it's kind of like one corner of the road is like kind of filled up with water, and it's kind of flooding. Probably thanks to the water coming from the stream. Anyway, so now I'm trying to run back, trying to get back to like go meet them. So I'm running up a street. I'm running up the street that I just flew down into. And if you can imagine, the ocean is to the... Well, it doesn't... I don't really know which way is north and which way is south, but if the ocean... I'm running north. The ocean is to... The ocean line, the seaside, rather, is to the west. And there could also possibly be an ocean to the south. The river that I just flew down was flowing south, and then it flew over to the east. So now I'm on a street, running up the street parallel to the street that the hotel is on. And I'm looking to the left, and I can see the street that I did go on for the hotel. It's maybe about 3 or so blocks away. So yeah, I'm running up the street, I'm looking to the left, and it's about 3 blocks away. I take a left turn, and now the couple of blocks that between me and the hotel entrance, has, like, white, like, it's basically like housing allotments, but they're empty and flat, and they've got like white sand, just like white sand in the middle of the street. Not in the middle of the street, but in the middle of the block, surrounded by streets. And there's just people playing in the sand, I guess, I'm not sure. And then the dream ends. That's it. When we come back tomorrow, I'm going to play some more LSD, the Dream Emulator. But for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.